The phone buzzed on the nightstand, its screen a cold beacon in the dim hotel room. I froze, half-dressed, my sundress tangled around my waist. The taste of cheap rose still lingered on my tongue. The notification glared, asterisk flight canceled. Contact airline, asterisk. My stomach lurched, not from the wine, not from the late-night laughter echoing from downstairs, but from the sender's name, Daniel, my husband, the man who'd kissed me goodbye 3 days ago with a smile that hadn't quite reached his eyes. Why would he cancel my flight home? My fingers trembled as I dialed his number. The air conditioner hummed, swallowing the silence. No answer. Just as calm, clipped voicemail. Asterisk, this is Daniel. Leave a message. Asterisk. I didn't. I sat down on the bed, the mattress groaning beneath me. The floral wallpaper seemed to close in, its cheerful pattern mocking the dread crawling through my veins. The girls' trip had been my escape. For days in Miami, sun-soaked beaches, and cocktails to celebrate Leia's divorce. Somewhere between the laughter and late nights, I'd forgotten Daniel's birthday. I'd texted him the next morning, joking about how chaotic things had been. He'd replied only once. Thanks for the birthday wishes yesterday. After that, silence. Now this. My pulse quickened as I opened my email. A blank subject line. An attachment from Daniel's work address. I clicked, and my breath caught. Petition for divorce. The words blurred as my eyes filled. Asterisk infidelity. Irreconcilable differences. Asterisk my name, Claire Thompson, printed in stark black ink. Infidelity? My throat tightened. I hadn't cheated. I'd never cheated. Had I? The room spun. The bass from the hotel bar below thudded through the floor like a heartbeat I couldn't quiet. I scrolled through our texts, desperate for some clue. Asterisk 3 days ago, asterisk have fun, Claire. Be safe. Asterisk 2 days ago, asterisk miss you. Asterisk yesterday, asterisk thanks for the birthday wishes. Nothing else. No anger, no accusations. Just silence. I tried to breathe. My mind dragged me back to the past few weeks. His late nights, his curt goodbyes, the way his eyes had grown distant. I'd blamed it on stress. His tech startup was failing, and I'd been too preoccupied planning this trip to ask questions. But there was that night 2 weeks ago when I'd seen his phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. A message had flashed from someone named E. Can we talk soon? I hadn't asked. I didn't want to seem paranoid. Now that restraint felt like a mistake. I called Leia, my voice trembling. He canceled my flight, I said, and send divorce papers. There was a pause before she whispered, What? That's insane. Did he say why? I read her the key line. Infidelity. She gasped. You? No way. He's projecting. Men do that. Her words stuck in my mind. Projecting? Was Daniel hiding something? Or was this somehow about me? The late-night drinks with Ryan, Leia's cousin? The way his hand brushed mine at the bar, his grin a little too warm? I felt a spark, hadn't I? But I'd gone back to my room alone. Always alone. I needed answers. My hands shook as I booked a new flight for the next morning. The hotel room suddenly felt suffocating. The air heavy with sunscreen and regret. I packed carefully, as if folding my clothes could somehow fold away the chaos in my head. The flight home blurred past in a haze of turbulence and dread. When I landed in Chicago at dusk, the skyline looked bruised against the fading light. Our apartment was dark. I turned the key with shaking hands. Inside, it smelled faintly of Daniel's cologne, cedar and citrus, but he wasn't there. His laptop sat open on the coffee table, the screensaver flashing photos from our honeymoon in Greece. I hesitated, then typed his password. Our anniversary. It worked. His inbox opened. The divorce petition sat there, sent to me at 2 a.m. Miami time. But below it was a draft unsent addressed to E. Asterisk, I can't keep doing this. Claire deserves better. I'm ending it. Asterisk. My knees buckled. Emily, his project manager. I knew her, sharp, ambitious, always hovering near him at company parties. The email thread was short, but damning. Meet me tonight. She'd written, missed you at the office. His reply, not sure this is a good idea anymore. My chest constricted. He was the one cheating. Not me. Then why accuse me? I scrolled further and froze. A photo attachment. Me at the hotel bar, laughing with Ryan, his hand on my shoulder. Time-stamped from last night. Sent from an anonymous address. Someone had been watching me. The door clicked open. I spun around. Daniel stood in the doorway, his tie loosened, his face pale. "Claire," he said softly, "you're back early." I held up his laptop. My voice broke. "Who's Emily?" His eyes widened, then hardened. "You went to my email?" "You sent me divorce papers." I snapped. "Accusing me of cheating. Explain this." I pointed at the photo. He froze. "I got that last night," he said quietly. "Someone texted it to me. Said you weren't alone." "I wasn't," I said, my voice shaking. "You know I wasn't." But I saw it, the doubt flickering in his eyes. "Then why didn't you call me on my birthday?" he asked, his voice cracking. "Why didn't you care?" Tears stung. "I forgot, Daniel. I'm sorry. But you're the one sneaking around with Emily." He flinched, guilt flashing across his face. "It was a mistake," he whispered. "I ended it. I didn't know how to tell you." The room felt too small, the air too thin. My mind screamed for clarity, for calm, for a way out. "Who sent the photo?" I asked. He shook his head. "I don't know. A burner number." The silence between us felt like glass. Fragile, sharp, ready to shatter. We both betrayed each other, not with actions, but with omissions, with silence. I grabbed my suitcase. "I need time," I said, my voice barely audible. He didn't stop me as I walked out.